All right, everybody. Welcome to the first installment of a Great Chillin' Friday. Great Chillin' is now live too. By the way, check out the website. You can get some free gear if you subscribe to the newsletter. Holla at me, right? We got the coach jacket in there. GC checking up cool. Today we're gonna talk Abercrombie and Fitch, Travis Kelsey and stuff, man, taking over with the wedding. 2K26 is dropping. Some Georgia Police Range stuff. Uh, this guy right here whooped my ass in tennis and top spin on Xbox, and we're gonna talk about that. But first, we're gonna talk about the Townsend Jelena incident. But let me just start by introducing the one and only all decade, all world free safety from Texas, resides in H Town. One of my closest friends, the man, the myth, the legend, one of my homeboys, the guy, the man, Donovan Andreas Travis.
Hey,
What
man, don't hype you up
is
like
up?
that, man. Don't hype you up like that, man.
What
That's
is
an
all
individual.
decade?
That was a decade ago.
They gotta make a bus for you, bro. Pause. They gotta
Oh
make
my.
one of them Hall of Fame joints for you, yo.
Nah, I'm good. Nigga, they try to recruit me on that 37 and over, like club. Like, nah, man. Like, I ain't
Oh
playing with y'all.
no.
It's like I played. They didn't recruit me.
How much do you need to go out there and play for 37U football though?
Hey, watch the VAB out there. Like, nigga, you playing football? I thought you hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, there should be no veterans playing 37U football with any disability. Like Trump, get him out. Oh man.
Hey, you gonna get that decision letter? Like, hey, we reduce your disability. We saw you do that flat route.
Right, right.
Or they might increase it. They might increase it. Hey, we saw you run. You need a little bit more.
Yeah, nah, get him out. But anyway,
Nah.
let's start with yeah, let's kick it off, man. Tell me, you're very informative on what goes on in the world, right? And you have very good thoughts and you offer great perspective to current events. So starting with the whole tennis incident, tell me what your thoughts are on that.
Well, it was a good match. Well, for her, right? I mean, she lost 7-5,
For
6-1.
for
All I
who?
can Taylor, she won, right? She won
Yeah,
7-5,
Taylor won.
6-1.
Yeah,
So, I mean, if you get your ass whooped like that, you're gonna be feeling some type of way in front of people. Like, this tennis is a game that's like, it's one-on-one. This is you. You ain't got no help. You ain't got no backup safety. You ain't got no DN. You know, it's not basketball. You ain't got like four other people. It's you. And you get your ass whooped like that. And I think the way she screamed at the end kind of hurt her feelings too. But she was so excited because she'd never been to the third round. And so that's when she was, let's finally break through. This is her third time, I think, doing this. And this is the first time she actually went to the third round. So I understand how excited she was. But the antics, I don't know, man. I can see it from both ways, right? I can see someone who's salty. You beat someone that's salty, they're gonna say some reckless stuff, right? As they lost. Um, I hate how they like kind of set up the racial thing. Immediately it was like a racial thing. Like, oh man, being a black and then this and that. Now you can go that route, right? But I'm looking for just a competitive style. Now she said that little undertone. Ugh, there's probably a little bit of undertone in there, but I'm not gonna sit there like say she's a racist. I was gonna say it was like a probably like a language barrier, but she put it up that post and that was perfect English. I was like, maybe she don't know, like sometimes like Europeans and stuff like that, they don't really know the language and what can come off as like offensive or not. But she knew what she was saying. Come see me outside, basically what she said outside U.S. I was like, so and like the report says, in like ESPN, she's done this multiple times and like unsportsmanlike stuff too. And the real big question is, she was mad because it's unwritten rules. Where's the line of like you don't cross, right? In football, there's unwritten rules. Basketball is unwritten rules, right? Like, what are some of the rules and unwritten rules in football? You don't score when the game's over, right? What other ones? You don't hit the referee. No cheap shots on the quarterback. So there's like certain things, but I don't know about tennis. Do you follow those? There's some crazy people out there on football that would break those unwritten rules, right? So
right.
is this just a one off? I don't know, but I think she got what she deserved, basically. And she said it best. I let my tennis do the talking. That's all I can do. That's all you can do. So I hope they're bringing excitement back to tennis too as well. Don't forget that they're bringing focus and attention back to tennis. So we'll see them. We'll follow them. They're probably like the new generation, kind of like NBA is kind of going to transition from like KD, LeBron to like Luca and John Morant and stuff like that. So this might be this new generation coming in and trying to be exciting again for the people.
I like how what you just said. So she's done this multiple times.
She has been quote breaking unwritten rules, right? So like
Taylor or
Jelena.
Jelena. Jelena. Okay.
So not arguing with people or just like or doing some wild stuff, but just she's done some unwritten rule stuff. I think she had took like excessive breaks playing against I can't even say her name. In 2021, she left the court for like a domino issue, right? I think there's in men's too that some people have done that so much. Like, hey, I gotta change my shirt. Oh man, I gotta change my shirt like 5-6 times. Like, hey, come on, man, I'm trying to, I'm on a roll. Let's play.
Yeah.
So she doesn't have a good history of being the the star student, for lack of term.
See, I draw the line where she said that you had no education. Like there was a post from ESPN that said I had shared it on my story, right? Where it said she told me I have no class, I have no education, and to see what happens outside of the U.S. That to me was very disrespectful. And I like what you said, right? Excitement back into the sport and unwritten rules. Even in baseball, there's unwritten rules about bat flipping and hard tags and things like that that you have to kind of follow, but it brings excitement. Those bat flips, bro, they bring excitement when Jazz Chisholm does it, when Fernando Tatis Jr. does it. I mean, Ken Griffey Jr. had a sweet swing. He didn't flip the bat like that, but it was like the bat flip is the finishing move of a really good swing and an exciting moment. Tennis, Serena and she was crip walking on, you know what I mean, the court.
Yeah.
That's memory. That's memories for me. You know what I mean? Carlos Alcaraz is exciting. Djokovic is exciting. Coco Golf is exciting. I love Osaka, right? Like I love a lot of these tennis players that bring excitement to the game. And so for Jelena coming from Latvia and doing all those other antics and things like that and saying no class, no education. See what happened? What are you trying to say? Like, well, that's almost a threatening statement,
Was it
right?
education like, hey, you don't know these rules, like we don't do that kind of stuff here, or was it like, oh, you stupid, you got a GED, like,
Well, that's the thing, right? It's like
yeah,
when you open that up for interpretation, you're opening that up for disrespect, a channel for disrespect, really,
mm-hmm.
kind of in a way. I believe after a match that you lost, and we wouldn't even be talking about this if that didn't happen. So I respect your competitive, nature, but like I think that it draw because it's got color onto it, right? There's
Yeah,
color inside. I was never a racist. Like I've been to Latvia, you know what I'm saying? Like I've been to
yeah,
the Baltic states. There's not many brothers out there running
yeah,
around,
but
right?
they
So
could rely on the media for everything.
you haven't had a chance to even be in that. And I'm not saying she was acting racist or anything, but it's just
Yeah,
that you got to be aware of like where you are and
mm-hmm.
what you're doing. So like,
She
no,
could
I
have,
like how you brought that in.
she could have took it to the locker room, but hey, like, don't do that next time, like. But like I said, it's in the moment. She lost pretty bad too. I don't even know if you watched the game, but it was that second set was over from the get go. So, but yeah, it's probably a little excessive, like taunting and like I said, I just think she lost and she was just in the moment, bro. You know what I mean? It's just
I didn't
I
know
don't
you're a big tennis fan like that. You watch. It seems like you follow tennis pretty good.
not like that, but Venus is back playing, so I'm like, how much longer I'm gonna be able to see Venus playing? I mean, she up there. I mean, but she's
At
still nice.
45.
She won her doubles yesterday, I think. She won a doubles match. First time, I said first time since 2014.
Oh, that she won a doubles match or a
Yeah,
match?
doubles match.
Doubles. Okay.
Yeah, so no, I just pay attention to like TFO, certain people,
Yeah.
Alcaraz,
Yeah.
Center, like these people are nice. Like I said, it's the
Yeah.
new
Center's
wave.
nice.
Murray, Nadal, um, Djokovic is
Yeah. They
still
are.
playing, but this is like
Yeah.
the new wave of people that are coming in. So it's very interesting, and then it's just a good sport, man. It's a one on one. It's strategic. I mean, you watch these people, you see the rallies. Once it gets past like 7, 8 rallies, you're like, oh my god, like I'm tired. And then you lose a point, you mad. I know you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I like Nick Kyrgios too. Like, you know what I'm saying? He was he was the one that was always, he was like Australian. He was always like going crazy on the court. You
Oh,
know,
that is
he
that
played,
dude?
yeah, he played Fortnite and Call of Duty, and he be streaming. He's a cool dude though. He a cool dude though. He a cool dude, but he got hurt, so he been out the game for a little while. I don't know if he's done playing or not, but um, yeah, no, he's an interesting character.
But also with the tennis, it's just like it's the dark ages. So there's nothing else.
Oh, sport, man, I
Yeah.
love these. I'm starting to love this. This is like one of the first years that I'm like really loving like this season of sports though, because baseball, it's summertime. Baseball's on. I got MLB TV that just got bought up by ESPN, ESPN Unlimited, right?
Don't give
They're
me
just
don't give me
taking
that. No,
everybody.
don't get me started on the don't get me started on the streaming apps. Have you looked at like you can just go to ESPN, hit the score, look at NFL, look how many different networks are each game's on. YouTube,
Yeah,
Peacock,
right.
Prime. I'm like,
Netflix. Yeah,
how am I
everywhere.
gonna watch these games? I'm just gonna have to watch them the day after or
But
something.
so it's the good and the bad. I think ESPN buying up a lot of the sports broadcasting allows you to go to like, they're trying to make it like the one-stop shop for all the sports. So like I said, no, I like this season a little bit because I've been getting into baseball a lot. My son plays, so been able to sit back and watch the games, right, and those type of things. But and we get to play the game, the video game, and you being in the tennis, bro. And I don't know if you have any other final thoughts on
No,
the most recent events in the U.S. Open or anything. I don't know if you have a favorite to win it all.
no, not a favorite. Coco Gauff, obviously, I've been a big fan of hers for a while, and I feel like she's just starting to come to her own. Like I said, I watched the TFO. Like I said, Alcaraz Center. These people are nice. Like I just watch it just purely to watch their athleticism. They're hitting the ball. If I could, they're sliding, bro. I would not be able to slide. I will break every single groin muscle, every tendon, every knee. Like it's just a blessing to watch. That's all.
No, so that's a great transition, right? So let me let me start to roll the film here in the background and talk about this tennis ass whooping that you handed me. That was embarrassing. We watched the sports on television, and we played a video game to have fun. Like, you remember, we played to have fun, and there was just,
Fun and
you know,
relax,
the fun
relax.
and relax. And it was a Saturday. I can remember my earliest days playing N64, WWE Mercy, and GoldenEye, and all those Super Mario, right? You're just having fun.
Yep.
Sonic,
Smash
like,
Brothers, all that
and
stuff.
and that we keeping it going, and top spins going on, and that's the 1v1, and all those things you talked about, yo, you just destroyed me on, bro.
Listen,
So
I'll say this: Westback whooped my ass the first time, and I felt that pain. And I was like, never again will this happen to me because it was my fault. There's nobody else to blame. The thumbs were tight, and then yeah, and then just looking around like, okay, I don't have a lot of first place trophies around in our crew. I'm gonna get in first place in tennis.
yeah, well, I mean, you did that. You did that at the highest level. Um, and tell me, man, like, what's your technique out there, man? Like when you're out there playing, it's just like,
You just got to read what they're doing. This paper rock scissors. What is he doing? And you do the opposite, right? If he's close, you drop it. If he's far back, the angles. I mean, there's only certain angles you can do. So and then it's just practice. And like I said, Westback whooped my ass first so bad, and then he did like the passive aggressive. Like, oh, you know what? I don't want. I'll play with my character. I'll play with a different person and stuff like that. It's like, okay, okay.
take a quick look at the tape here. See, I thought it was going to be a really nice matchup. You know what I mean? And we'll just show some highlights here. I won't show the whole thing. In fact, maybe I'll try to speed it
Okay,
up a
you
little bit.
recorded. Oh, I didn't even know you
But
recorded it. Oh my
Yeah, you know,
goodness.
we try to stream it. We try to get the footage out there as much as possible. But
Hmm.
I'm Carlos Alcaraz, and your center.
No, not
Who
center.
is
I think
that?
it's starts with M. I think I
Yeah,
forget
you
his
don't even
name.
know who you are, and we'll just
No.
watch a couple clips here. But you know, it's just hard. It was just very difficult to keep up out there, bro. You know what
See,
I'm saying?
you
Like you
gotta
see my
you gotta be
frustration.
careful. You're inside the back line
Yeah,
as the play goes on.
and I'm just late every time to the ball. I mean,
That's just timing though.
there was just
You're
some
trying to do power
serves and
shots. You don't always have to do power shots.
yeah, and I can't even get the serves down. You know, the game of tennis is tough. It's challenging, very
Hmm.
challenging. But you saying this is something that you had to do? You had to whoop my ass?
Oh yeah, like I said, Westpac whooped my ass. I was like, oh, it was bad.
Yeah, see, I can't even get the serve off right. You know,
That cursor's
down one
fast.
game, weak. Yeah, just and then your the backhand is moving. Then I'm trying to catch up, and then it's just you know
Look at your
the
feet though. You
movement.
see, you're inside the line right there. You usually got to be like
Yeah,
just a hair back.
or in no man's land. Yeah,
Yeah.
but
That's what,
Shout out John McEnroe. You
oh
know,
yeah.
he's
See,
been
that was good.
helping out your serve
Let me
game,
look.
your movement. You
Take a
know,
look
he's
at the
going back
score.
into the center. Oh
Want
man,
to want to move
see
your
what I
eyes to
mean?
the score there? See a 4-0.
Yeah, and if you go up to 4-0, yeah, we'll just fast forward the tape. We'll save you guys some time, but yeah, man,
That's all it is.
that was it was an incredible game. It was an incredible game.
Yeah.
It was a good experience, but you
But
know,
I know you. I know you went to go practice,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Shout out John McEnroe, right?
and that was Westmike saying, "Hey man, we got this game that during the dark ages. So well, we're just trying stuff." And I was like, "I'm telling you, he whooped my ass even worse than that. I couldn't do anything."
Hey, check this transition, right? So if I go in there and I practice on the tennis court, what if I put like a black tennis player here and a white tennis player here?
Like this.
Yeah, like a TFO, Roger Federer. Just it brings me to the next topic, right? With the Georgia police force and they were you
Can't
know
believe you haven't heard this. And I thank you for like I said, thank you for bringing me on because I research stuff like this. Like, maybe not research, but like just look into it because they usually pass by these real quick. And then obviously this was like 2 years ago, and it just
oh
shocked. Yeah, it was 2 years ago, so it wasn't like recent. So, but it was just like that's the kind of stuff that black people are talking about. Like, hey, they're getting conditioned for this stuff. Was this a mistake? I never seen a target practice with an actual person like this before. Usually it's like a black silhouette, right? And you got your little meters, your groups or whatever. But like that picture, and the bad thing is, I wonder
that
if there,
picture ain't right, yo.
yeah, I want to know. I just want to know were there any black people there getting some instruction? That's all I want to know.
Yeah.
Because I'll be like, why is there only and the group picture where it's like, okay, no, that was just one, and then they span out. It was like five of them. They should have said they ran out of other people or something. I don't mean to laugh. That's like it's not funny, but it is funny to me. And it's just like who's a good idea for it? Like it'd be a good idea. Let's just make all these targets black. That's our main stuff because you're training civilians to be like, okay, this is a threat. No matter what he looks like, a beanie, a jacket, that's like regular clothes to me. But I mean, obviously he has a gun. But that looks like a regular person, and then you got weapons pointed at him at a time where you know people are starting to not be racially insensitive anymore, and but there's some people out there who are still doing that and think it's okay. Do they know any better? I don't know. I can't speak on that, but that's very very messed up. But I just laugh at a bunch of stuff, man. Like that is beyond messed up. Like first of all, who is this person?
So yeah, let's bring it back. So there's a handgun training course at the Georgia Police Firing
Like
Facility
the
in
police
June of
department was
20,
hosting a civilian
2023.
training about
Okay.
handguns. Very very positive thing to do, right?
Okay.
You want the
Okay.
police department to say, hey, how do I properly use my handgun? Very very good purpose, right? And purpose and mission. But that is not okay, especially when they put it on I think they put it on the social media page and everything too. And obviously they did that cookie cutter response. This is not our values. This is not
Yeah.
us. How many times have you heard that? And it just
It was
you just
never our
don't care. You
intention
just
to
don't
be
care anymore.
insensitive, inflammatory, or offensive to anyone. I'm looking at the picture here. It looks like a Jim Jones type of character. And I hate to laugh at it, but I
I'm
mean,
not laughing because what they're doing. It's
yeah,
just like, are you serious? Kind of laugh. Like, come on,
cause
man.
cause cause honestly, the problem is when I'm looking at this picture, the problem is that is something that I could possibly wear, but that's that's the problem. That's the biggest problem. I like the jacket cool, beanie cool. I mean, it must be a cold day, so we got the sweater underneath.
Yeah,
Like
looks like a regular
everything's
person.
okay about it besides that gun right there, right?
Yeah,
Like that, if that was just down, I mean, we're good. So it's like the profiling and it's like the battles that we have to face as African Americans, blacks. What do you classify as, bro? Because I feel like they keep changing the definition of like the black. Like before, it was like when we were growing up in school, you had white African American, maybe Hispanic, other. Now it's just been like a lot more categories, and I get it. We're in a different era, and a lot more people are here, and it's great. But now you start to have black. It's just black. You know what I mean? Like I always
yeah.
felt pride when I was African, when I felt like I'm African American. You know what I mean?
Heritage. Yeah. Oh, okay. That's Well, African Americans don't. Well, Africans don't like African Americans. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Africans don't like Black Americans. I'll say that.
Well, I
So
would say like I've been to Africa, so I feel like I got love there, right? So
yeah.
like, if we from there, if we're originally descended from there, the African American, like gray
Usually
area,
your
right?
race. Usually that coincides of like where you're born, right? Or your ethnicity, right? So like you're Asian, or you descend Asian American. White's not a race. I don't. In my eyes, you're just American, right?
Mm.
So if you say like you're
Oh,
European, do you say you're Black European, or do you say you're just European?
that'd be a crazy experiment to like have a class where I don't know how you would do it, but everybody would just be the same, right? American.
Yeah.
Like if you're in America and you're clear, you ain't, what I'm saying, tripping.
Yeah.
We get also political, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Like close the wall, get the walls up, close
Yeah.
them. Like
It's like, what are we doing? What are we
right,
doing?
right. What are we doing, bro? So, but if you had an experiment like in a classroom, like at maybe a college or just a case study at any location or facility or a training experience, and everybody is the same race, and maybe there's a way that like you see them and you don't even see their color, like they got like a gray skin or they got on right like some type of neutral appearance, and now like how do you treat people differently? I
You'll
mean,
still
there's been
make
a lot of
you'll still
experiences,
make groups. You'll still make groups if you're all the same.
but
There's
based
groups
off
in
what though?
there's groups in white people, there's groups in black people, right? There's black people from Baltimore, there's black people from California, there's black people from Florida. They're all different, whether they're black or not. So you're always going to have these different groups
So
and
what if you
within
don't
a
have
race.
like the geographic? What if you don't have the geographic
But like
association?
you said, you had to go descendants. So, but I'm gonna say I'm black now. That if I say I'm African American, I'm gonna get deported. You say you're African, aren't you? All right, you got that. There you go. No, man, I'm black.
Oh my God.
It's not funny they doing it, but like
It's not funny, but you looking at this range, bro. It's like, come on, man. You gotta show some love. I'm looking at this other picture here with all the Jim Joneses lined up.
that's the most reckless picture I ever seen in my life. Okay, 5. That means hey, there's a stack to the right on the table.
Oh my
Just like
goodness.
this thing.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they posing with
So
it. Perfect.
Yo, let's move on, yo. Let's move on. A few more minutes. Hey, I'm already in Uganda right now, so I can't even hear you. Nah, but like I said, my experience was great. I can talk about it later on, but I do think that everybody has needed some type of like, and maybe we'll talk about it in another kind of instance, right? But the mandatory service, right? Not in the form of military, but in form of community service, maybe in the form of some type of foreign travel immersion experience to really start to feel grateful about what you have in America and have respect for other countries in the world and how they're living and their respect for their culture. So, but moving on to the Abercrombie and Fitch scandal
Oh Lord.
from October 22nd, 2024. Now, no, I'm sorry. I think I misspoke earlier. I think Travis Kelce paired with American Eagle. I think that was who it was.
Did he? Oh, I
Um,
don't know. I don't.
yeah.
I'm
Okay.
not.
Okay. But never mind. So,
I'm
well,
not that. I'm Chiefs. I'm focused on that.
now that's a
I ain't-
correction. That's why Michael Wilbon and Kornheiser, when they got at the end, when they be like, all right, tell us where we were wrong, tell us where we were right. Where do we mess up? Sometimes they're like, no errors today. Let's go to the big finale.
Let's get out of here.
But yeah, tell me more about this scandal, man, and what's your
And
thoughts on that?
the reason I want to bring it because I think it kind of got washed underneath the table, right? You had Kendrick and Lamar and Diddy, and it seems like every time something like this happens, they just want to throw some kind of black drama. That's a rap beef. No one's getting hurt. Listen to that, but this is out of control.
Hmm.
This is out of control. So
Hmm.
like, it's a 16 count indictment, basically a human trafficking and interstate prostitution by the CEO. Um, Basically they were grooming male people, promising them like, modeling contracts, bigger payouts. They would have to sign NDAs to go with them. And there was like two other people that were with them, but they're also grooming, basically the Jeffrey Epstein of whatever he was doing. It's beyond disgusting. And I don't know if anybody works at Abercrombie and Fitch, but I hear some stories like, yeah, he was awkward, man. He always wanted certain things, and there's actually yeah, it was a scandal. They only hired by how attractive you were and rated you by that. And so he was grooming these kids just to basically to sexually assault them, and I'm glad someone finally came forward. But he was doing it for goddamn almost a decade. I mean, this is international stuff and the whole grooming stuff, but I mean, they're coercion to traffic men in this prostitution enterprise, and I'm sitting there thinking like, enterprise, that's at least 10 people. So like, the pilot didn't see it. You know what I mean? Like, there's so many other people. Like, why did it break just now? And it's just troubling because I feel like it just gets washed away. Like, oh, Diddy's doing this. Hey, they raided Diddy's house. Oh, by the way, this guy, he's a CEO billionaire. Yeah, he's doing this wild stuff. But hey, Kendrick Lamar, you dropped that new song. So that's why I like to research this. I'm like, man, these some sick people out there, man. Just to bring the news back, and so it's not just like, oh man, Diddy, man, he's crazy. He won a mini. So just to bring back like that CEO Michael Jeffries. I mean, you saw his picture. Yeah, he looked like he did that shit. But it's just so disgusting, and it's just like the privilege of having power and money and wealth and what you can do. I don't know. I don't. It's getting bad out there too. It's just it's sickening to me, honestly. And I was like, want to bring that to a forefront. Like, hey, don't forget about this story. This guy is nasty too, right? So now everybody's honest out there. But I'm glad. I think he pled not guilty, like everyone would. So, but this is oh
But
man,
it's
it's
yeah,
ugh.
it's from over. So is this still current, or is this something that's been settled, or is it still
It's
ongoing?
still
What do you?
current. So it's still
Okay.
ongoing. You know how the wealth they're gonna delay it for like a year and a half
But you're saying you're saying like the Diddy stuff is like really high level in the news versus the Abercrombie and
versus
Fitch
that. Yeah,
deal. Okay.
every time something like a nasty millionaire or like something big story like this from CEO, I don't want to say a white dude, but usually a white guy, they always send there to throw out what is
I was gonna say, why do you think that is?
to distract. It's a Kendrick Lamar and Drake was a distraction from this. They didn't want to see like, hey, there's bad people out there, but wait, they're going at it. Oh shoot. Oh,
So you think Kendrick Lamar was that whole saga was a because I mean it's still I mean yeah it's over but
it's not a cover. I'm not saying it was like a cover up. They're just gonna put that story first and put that little below it. Not everybody's gonna scroll down and look like, oh, what? Wait a minute, what does that say? 16 count indictment. Like nobody's ever gonna look at that like that. They're gonna look at that big headline. You know, oh, rap beef. Oh, he dropped a new album. Oh, that's cool. You know what I mean? Shit, I gotta go work. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I can do. So it kind of gets like pushed underneath the table. But that's what I mean about this. This is beyond. I mean, this is men getting groomed, just like Jeffrey Epstein, right? I think I could probably look at the Jeffrey Epstein case and then probably figure out there's probably some other black headline that was higher than this. And I don't know why he hasn't released a file. That's stupid. That's his
let me
base
ask
right
you let me ask you this and this is probably an enduring theme throughout this and again I appreciate you taking time man to rap try to get these little small 30-minute blocks of time to rap on what's going on in the world and your understanding your perspective on things um and but above all the friendship is what I always value the most right like your
Likewise.
friendship over the last feels like almost 20 years now right like
Shit. Next year's gonna be
right
20 years, bro. We old as hell. Yeah, I ain't
you
gonna lie. Hold
can't
on.
even think
Let me
about it
segue. I got on here. I was like, damn, hold up a second. I was like, I'm 37. Like, you look
yeah
37. Like, what do you want me to do? And I got,
bro but I appreciate you and let me ask you this question right so I'll say like where should anyone go to get their best news like summary right for what's going on like where is there a method that anyone do you have any like recommendations for what someone should read or watch or what's your routine for getting information
well, usually I go to like different news outlets. You know, I'll go to CNN. You know, I go to Fox. You can also look. Usually, if you click like on Google, don't type in things. Click on Google. You'll see what's trending, and
mm.
usually there'll be something in there like, hey, this is crazy, and it won't be like sports or something. It'll be like, hey, this is happening in the world, or Nvidia is now worth whatever. This is trending in the news right now, or
I wish about
um,
that video too
I didn't know they didn't
good
have
for
that
me
many
good for
employees.
us ain't
Yeah.
no them it's us
I didn't know they. I didn't know they only had like that level of employees and that
like all the
valuation.
employees are worth 11 million
I thought it was more than that. Was it 11 million or was it? I thought it was
it
more.
may that's still a lot of money like
Don't quote me on it.
I'll take 11
I thought it
million.
said 111.
Hey, if you was worth like 100, let's say 111 million at your company, would you just keep working there, or would you just be like, would you just leave?
If they gave me like a packet.
Yeah, you started making $100 million for a company, would you just leave, or would you stay?
Depending on what I was doing, yo. If I work in security there, I'm staying.
Yeah, doing something easy.
Okay. Mascot.
Hey, you be the laziest mascot, just sitting in the stands, in the same seat the whole game.
Like, can I take a picture with you? You just move your head like.
You're in the back, getting food, getting popcorn and nachos and shit, standing in the line with everybody else.
Got like
Like,
cheese
why is that
sauce.
tiger standing?
Cheese sauce.
Shit, I'm getting this money.
Fuck you.
All right, yo, last note before we break, but 2K26 coming out. What's your thoughts there? This is crazy. This gaming stuff is crazy, bro. Like, you talked about it earlier, you know what I'm saying? But like 2K26 coming out now. What are your first initial thoughts? And
Every year is gonna be some BS in the beginning,
yeah,
in the middle, and in the end. If they're greening, if we have to green, what is it, layups or dunks and stuff?
rebounds, get the so greening rebounds mean you have to have perfect timing. But
That's
let me just ask you this at a high level: how long do you think you can keep playing? Like,
as long as I can go, bro. I'm gonna be like Brett Favre.
yeah, yeah, me too. Yeah, I'm gonna be like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, the game is my club, my bar. So like I'm good. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as it's fun and I'm still nice. Like I ain't gonna be on there be ass and go 0-11. Like I'm quitting after that.
Well, yo, we'll break it down more, man. We gotta chop more. We gotta chop this up more, man. I feel
Yeah, we
enlightened.
got
I
a lot
feel
of topics.
inspired. Feel educated lightly and entertained all the way. And I really enjoy, uh, like I said, the brotherhood and the friendship. And I respect you, yo, as a former All Pro, All Star, All World, D-back, and better friend.
Yes,
So,
sir. Always,
thanks for your
always.
time, bro. Like, we gotta stay connected, dog. Any closing
Oh,
comments here?
remember the first time I freaking saw you in Fort Dick show? Oh my god, I knew we were
Oh
gonna be
yeah.
friends. Yo.
Well, you was late. You was late. Yeah, we'll break. We'll do that next time, yo.
Okay,
You
okay,
was late to
okay.
prep school. You was late to prep school. So you went to Fort Dix, but
With the red
before that, you
knights.
ran in late with the Red Knights. Yeah, everyone was locked up. I'm like, man, who's this dude prancing in, yo?
I had nothing on the
Like,
packing list. I had nothing on the packing
nah, you look
list.
too happy. You was looking too happy. Everybody was mad.
My brother, I was with, yo. You know, they after we saw our parents, they took us behind that building and smoked us. And I looked next to me,
Yeah,
it's
that's
some
right.
big, and there's some big fat dude who's struggling. I'm talking about like after 5. I'm like, bro, you didn't prepare nothing for this? Like, you ain't gonna make it, bro. This is day 1. Bro, he was struggling. I was like, you might as well tell your parents to wait up, yo.
Great
Like,
chilling, man. That's what's funny because we no, my fault. No, we I ain't mean to cut you off, but
oh, you good, you good.
we hear great line and meets chilling and rejoicing perspectives. That's what great chilling is. So we got to definitely share some stories on the beginning days, yo, of the point.
I'll blow laughies on here, I swear. I almost did early too.
Oh, snap! Until next time, great chatting.
Yes, sir.